Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their awakening or their ascension process. Today I'm going to answer a question that I receive all the time and have for a while refused to dive into for my own reasons, which you'll hear, but I'm going to discuss chemtrails today and what in my opinion you really need to know about them, and also things of that nature. I get a lot of questions about chemtrails and people in a very panicked state saying, Victor, are you aware that this is happening? That they're trying to control us? They're trying to dumb us down and lower our vibration? Are you aware? Look outside your window, Victor. Don't bury your head in the sand, buddy. People, I guess, maybe assume that because I don't talk about it very often that I am not aware of the gross injustices taking place on this planet and the fact that most human beings are prisoners and are oblivious to that. I went through a phase many years ago where I was voraciously consuming information of this nature. And I believed it. I believe it still. I believe all of that and then some is going on. It's a very crazy ass reality we live in with some crazy, sadistic, pretty much evil human beings, or even or not non-human beings, some people say, that they don't have our best interest at heart and have been very successful with implementing their will and imposing their will upon the masses in such a subtle and yet brilliant way, to the point where, again, most people are prisoners and slaves to this machine and they have no idea it's going down. And people ask me, like, why don't you talk about this? Why doesn't this bother you? Why, you know, you should be, you're on YouTube, you should be telling people about this. And you know what, I went through a little bit of a phase where I would have agreed with that sentiment that people need to know this, and in a sense they do. But what I've learned is that it doesn't do me any good. It started to really bring my own vibration down, not the chemtrails, not the chemicals in the water, not all the other crap going on, not the commercialism and whatnot, and not that in and of itself, but my resistance to it. I didn't like that that's how things are, even though it is what it is, and that's how it is. And I didn't like it. I was resisting it. More so, I was becoming kind of consumed by it and made to feel fairly weary and uncomfortable about it. I started getting kind of paranoid, thinking they're watching me. I'm a light worker. I'm going through this process, so they're going to be on to me. And because the energies are different now, and fear can manifest itself quite physically, quite quickly, I experienced a lot of scary shit. I had the negative entities. I had the psychic attacks. I had very weird experiences. The feeling like I'm getting followed and whatnot. All of that. It was a very real experience. I'm not saying it was all in my head. I don't know if it was. But what I'm saying is that I learned that I attracted that to me. That maybe their most powerful weapon is the fear we have of them. The anger and the frustration and the indignation we have of them. That is the enemy. Not them all by themselves. They can't really continue to sustain themselves much longer in the new energy, which is demanding integration and love. Integration with love, basically. And they are the antithesis of that. And they're gonna fall by their own hands. There's nothing that really we need to do about it, in my opinion. And that the embodiment of fear and weariness and resistance of them is only halting our own spiritual evolution. That's why I don't talk about this on my channel. I don't want to spread fear. I don't want to get people looking over their shoulder about the scary shit that does exist, in my opinion. I believe it. And I understand that it took me a period of adjusting to this and kind of concluding this on my own. For a while, like a lot of you guys, I was learning about it. I was appalled by it. It affected me quite a bit emotionally. I was afraid of it. And I wanted to deal with the feelings that it conjured up in me by addressing it literally, by trying to tell people all about it so we can do something about it. And that doesn't seem all that illogical, but what I realized is that this beast is so big that spouting off to people out of fear and anxiety is not going to really help matters. Walking around afraid of it's not going to help. Resisting and being angry about it's not going to help. What does help is spreading light, spreading truth, expressing yourself from the place of being aligned with your soul's purpose. That has an effect. That's what they don't want. And that's what they're hoping all these little all the symbols and all the stuff going on is gonna deviate you from that path. It's a distraction. But that's just my opinion. That's just my perspective, and it's not 100% accurate either, because there are people out there who really feel strongly, and it is their mission to share about this stuff and to bring awareness to that, and that does need to happen. That's going to happen one way or another, and a lot of it's going to happen by people like you who feel resonant with the idea of sharing this sort of information. But a lot of people get really lost in it. It wasn't my purpose to do that, and yet because I was so afraid, I started doing it anyway, and it just caused me stress. It didn't help matters at all, and it only served to better their cause. So in my opinion, it's about just being very honest with yourself and how all of this relates with you and your own life path. And that you pursuing your highest joy is the greatest weapon you have. And maybe it is, perhaps it is, your greatest joy to start writing and sharing and making videos and alerting people of the craziness and the insanity going on. And if that's the case, then I wish you all the luck. It's not a black or white situation, what to do, what not to do. It's about being honest with your life path and what is relevant to you and what is not. But for me, again, it's not. I believe that if I was to share about this all the time and get people all pissed off about it, it's just not what I'm here to do. So I just kind of wanted to make this one video about this stuff just to let you guys know I'm not ignoring your comments and concern, and I respect it and understand it, but it's just not my place. So anyway, take that for what you will, folks. I will speak to you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Namaste.